Are these teddy bear sunflowers not the most beautiful things you've ever seen? I swear, I grew these last year and I love them. They never disappoint. Check out my first bloom ever on my red hibiscus. So beautiful. I can't wait for it to grow bigger and come back next year. At the moment, I have peppers coming out of my ears, but they're mostly green at this point. This one right here is called the Lesya, and it's supposed to be red and thick-walled and sweet. Up here, I have one of several jalapeno plants. Over here, I got my 3 cherry tomato plants that are doing really well. They're nowhere as prolific as the Berries Crazy Cherry was for me last year, but they're all very delicious, and I can't complain. I'm just now beginning to dehydrate them. Right here is my lettuce leaf basil. It's looking great, but the leaves aren't nearly as big as they can get. My summer savory is coming in really well. I'm happy I planted it. I just wish I would have planted more. However, I think I have time to drop more seeds and get a bigger harvest. My 42-day tomato is coming along pretty good. It does have one fruit that has some blossom end rot on it, but the rest look to be good. The fruits are pretty small. I was expecting that. The plant's pretty small. But 42 days, I don't know. However, it was quick, so I'm going to drop some more seeds because I have about 70 days left in my growing season. You can see the one in the back that has 0 blossom and rot going on it. So I think I'm going to throw some more seeds out, and hopefully be able to get an extension on my tomato harvests for this season. My strawberry runners that I was trying to root are coming along really well. They've taken root very well at this point, and some of them are even fruiting. I have so many more that I need to do, and I was wanting to transplant some of these into the dollar store, Dollar Tree stackable containers, but they started putting on fruit, and I'm scared to move them for the time being. However, not only are they producing fruit, but so are the original plants. So hopefully, I'll be coming into picking more than just 2 or 3 strawberries at a time here. Can we just take one more good look at these beautiful sunflowers? I decided to go ahead and drop some more seeds because I just love sunflowers. I have some gold coins that look a lot like the teddy bear sunflowers, and I can't wait to get those in the ground too. So I'll be having more flowers coming. As is customary for me, I have to do at least 1 pan of my oh so beautiful Coleus plants. Gosh, they make me so happy. I know I say that every video, and I mean it every video. I got this tomato growing in there. I think it's a black cherry, but I'm not positive. I'm going to have to wait until the fruit starts changing colors. But those sets or trusses look like black cherry tomatoes to me. And I wouldn't be mad if they were, because I got to tell you, black cherry tomatoes are so stinking delicious. They really stand up to the hype. I have always heard great things about them. This was my first time growing them, and I'm so glad I did, because they are so good. These little balls that grow up under these leaves are just so odd to me. I have no idea what they are. If there's bugs in them, if there's seeds, I have no clue. But every year they give me the heebie-jeebies. Ugh. Here's my pink jazz plant, tomato plant, and it's alive. It's got 2 super large fruits on it, but I can't keep this thing standing up. I staked it with like 4 stakes. I'm gonna have to move it and tie it to something. I even have a new tomato coming in. I'm just hoping that they get to the point where they can change color before, with all this rain, they start splitting and whatnot. But look how big those are. Oh my gosh, they're so big. I've never grown so big of a tomato before. And then here's the other one down here, if I can. Yeah. Oh no. It's ruptured. But it is starting to blush. So good and bad news there. I don't know if I should pick it or not. Feeling it, it's pretty mushy. I think I better pick it when I come back from work. Man. Oh well. Down here I dropped some new onion sets, and I'm still doing my composting in place because that was the best onions I've grown before, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My green stalks are back there doing the damn thing. Most things are doing pretty good in them, but the space that I have them in is too small. Right here, I have my last surviving early tomato. It's an Oregon spring tomato, and I had all intentions of pulling this thing, but every time I turn around, there's more fruit on it. This was the most productive plant, I tell you. I will definitely have this in my garden. It started way early back in April, and here we are in August, and it's still pumping out tomatoes. I hadn't planned on harvesting anything, but hey, if it's there, I better get it while the getting's good, right? Here's my oh so beautiful Nasturtium plant. I've been eating this one, the leaves and the flowers. I know it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. I had a early tomato in here. I pulled it and threw in some onion sets. This container also contains some onion sets. These went in earlier than the ones you just saw. They're doing really good. I'm also trying the composting in place in this container as well as others, since the onions that I did and the broccoli with the composting in place did so well before. Right here I have what is this? Sunrise sauce tomato plant. It is finally getting loaded down with fruit. In the description whenever I got it, look at that. Whenever I ordered the seeds, it said that it was a really prolific plant, and I would never have described it that way in the beginning, but now it's looking more like they described it. And of course, here's my obligatory look at my Cuban oregano. Just loving that. Here's another sunrise sauce plant. It too is loaded with fruit. So yeah, if you would ask me a month or two ago if these were prolific plants, I would have told you no, even though they were described that way. However, now I would tell you yes. Yes, they are prolific plants. And then down here I got some beautiful parsley and another composting in place. Just doing it small, because I'm just starting out. Then over here is my white tomasol. I got some parsley down here, also doing well. And I just keep squeezing these fruits because I have no idea when this is supposed to be done. I think that top one there is beginning to turn, but I'm not sure. So like I said, all I keep doing is squeezing the fruits. They're really big and super fluted. Everything looks nice. There's no blossom end rot on this, and it has some new fruits coming in. I'm pretty excited about this one. But they're really hard right now, and it's taking so long for these to ripen. But maybe that's the process with this plant. It's the first time I'm growing it, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. Now down here is my petite knockout rose. Look at it showing out. It's so pretty. And then this tomato plant here, this is the Niagus, and I can't keep it standing up. It's got fruit everywhere. It's so heavy. A while back, this plant was suffering from blossom end rot as well, but I seem to have cured it. I have, at this point, harvested maybe 3 or 4 nice size tomatoes, and in fact, looks like I got a couple to pick. I'm getting everything I can today, guys, because we have been getting rain like nobody's business, and a lot of rain sometimes causes a lot of cracking, and so I'm just trying to get them if they got any color. So yeah, I haven't tasted these yet. I've just been processing my tomatoes. I haven't been able to eat them, but boy, are they pretty. So then down here is another Dr. Witchy's plant with a composting in place. I had a pepper in there. I didn't make it, and I don't even know if this tomato is going to make it, but we'll see. My morning glories are starting to bloom. Look at tomato row. Right here is my Dr. Witchy's yellow tomato, and I have harvested, I want to say 4 medium-sized fruits off of this one. It's so good. I mean, it is so good. It's not acidic at all. Super smooth, nice sized fruits. I'm really excited for this one. I will grow this one again, definitely. It's putting on a lot of fruit. Yay. Getting a lot of cat facing with this one, but nothing too crazy so far. Nice healthy plant. Oh gosh, wait, what's happened? What is this back here? Oh, good grief. It looks like my morning glories have gotten a hold of it and are choking out one of the branches. I'm gonna have to come back here when I get off of work and cut the morning glories off the plant. And then it's doing the same thing to the plant next to it. Now this is a mushroom basket. This one had blossom end rot for a period, but I took care of that. And oh gosh, it's got a couple of the branches of this plant. Dang on morning glories. They're so aggressive. I got some kind of beans growing in here too. I'm not sure what they are, but there's my first flower. It's pretty pretty. So yeah. So it seems that I've taken care of the blossom end rot on this plant as well. This one's pretty productive, I will have to say. The fruits are medium to small size. They might be better if you were growing them in the ground, but in a container, I'm still happy with them. I think I told you guys in another video that I only grew them because I liked the way they looked, but I have harvested a single tomato off of it, and it was really good. So they taste good too. So I'm super happy about this. I would grow this again for sure. Right here I had some tragic tomato tubers that I got from Walmart for a big old whopping 30 cents. I planted 12 in there and they came up. I'm super excited about that. Now over here is my mini bell tomato that I took a cutting from. It's planted with that celery that I'd let go to seed, and then also there's that asparagus in there. But this mini bell is so productive. You guys, I'm out here every other day picking, I don't know, a good 20 fruits off of this thing. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to take some cuttings from it and try to put it elsewhere in the garden to see how it does over the winter time. I know that last year all of my dwarf tomatoes and miniature varieties like this one lasted well into October and November, so I would like to get that going again. If I had seeds for the orange hat, I'd plant those, but I ran out of seeds and I didn't even realize I didn't have any until recently. So this plant's gonna have to do, but that's fine. The tomatoes are really good. The skin's kind of tough, but I'm not bothered by it. I just want more of them, and I want to put them elsewhere in my garden. I wasn't planning on making this a harvesting video, but evidently I had to get some more tomatoes off of this. I tell you, I was out here, yesterday evening, and I had picked a bunch of the tomatoes off of it, and looks like a bunch of them turned overnight, I guess, then. So down here is my candy cane plant, the one that I'm in love with because of the variegation. It's got quite a few fruits on it. The ones on the bottom are finally starting to turn, so I'll be harvesting those fairly soon here. It's pretty exciting because I haven't tasted one yet. I would definitely grow this plant again just because of the way it looks. But if the peppers are good, I'll be even more excited. Up here, my herbs are doing really well. That's my thyme. And behind that is my oregano, which I've harvested from, at this point, a good 4 or 5 times. And everything's looking awesome. Got my miniature rose blooming again. Over here, what was labeled as a paprika is clearly a poblano. I thought it was just going to have that one fruit, but looking at it, there's a bunch more coming in on the top, so I'm pretty excited about that. And here I have my new leaf planter from Greenstalk. I put in those are some green wave collards, or mustards, sorry. And then I got some collard greens in there. I got some kale down there. And I dropped some seeds in it too recently. I'm going to start getting this ready for the fall time. So some more wild garden mustards, some black seeded Simpson lettuce, and a few other things. I forget what I put in there, but I'm pretty sure I planted that too. And so I'm all excited. I've already started harvesting from those green wave mustards. They're so yummy. I got to put some seeds in there for the Japanese red giant as well. And my collards, I'm waiting until those get a little bit larger. They're a thicker leaf, and I don't particularly care for throwing those in my salads. And then these massive marigolds covering up my awesome sage plant up there. Looking good. The plant's pretty beat up, but I got some more cucumbers coming in. I just dropped some seeds for 2 more cucumber plants. The miniature white and I want to say the patio snacker. But let's see what else. I was going to try to turn this, but it is not moving easily, and it's not easy to do with one hand. I got some cilantro in here that hasn't bolted yet, surprisingly. I'll be dropping more seeds for cilantro, although I got my popolo. What do you know? One of my corn stalks actually did its thing. I don't expect to get any corn from it. I only have 1 or 2 stalks going on. Over here I got a cayenne pepper. I've been drying those by hanging them, so I gotta harvest that pretty soon here. And then here's that oregano. I'm experimenting. I threw some onion sets in the dollar store stackable containers, and then I'm just absolutely loving my lavender over here. Started from seed in the house. Never had any luck with it. This year it's doing really good. Oh, and my prize, my lemon balm. Oh, I just love this stuff. It's so great for teas. Looks like it's time for me to do another big chop, and I'm happy to do that. I got some more parsley growing over here. Looking good. It's time for me to dehydrate some of that. I think this is a spicy clove basil, but I can't be sure. I didn't put a tag in it, of course. But it's definitely some kind of basil. And what else can we look at over here? I got some peppers that have some pretty serious sun scald on them. So I'm going to be harvesting these. And I'll just cut that part off. You guys know fruit's still good even with the sun scald. I wish I could have left it on and let them turn completely red. But they were getting baked out here. So gotta pull them. And there's more of them in there, but they can stay because they're not being burned to death. What else is going on in here? Here's another cayenne pepper plant. I'm so excited. Those did really good for me. My watermelon plant is doing good. The watermelon isn't getting any larger than what you see there. So I'm not sure, but here's another cayenne pepper plant. And speaking of that watermelon, I know I had another watermelon coming in. Oh, there's where I popped the seed for that patio snacker. There it is. So I'll be getting another watermelon from that one. These are the Blacktail Mountain watermelons. And there's my cardinal basil, looking really good, smelling super good. Let's see. Right here I got my cherry stuffer hybrid plant. Really looking forward to those. They look like they're starting to blush. Looks like, yeah, I can't believe these did this. I should pull it because I know I'm not going to get any corn off of it, but I just like looking at it. I got a couple of them in here. None of them are going to produce anything. I don't have enough of them that made it in order to do that. I got some peppers in the back there, if you can see. Not sure what variety that is, and I can't turn it around. My cardinal basil is blooming, and it is glorious. It did not disappoint. Up here I have my Mini Love watermelon, which is larger than the blacktail mountain watermelon you saw a little bit ago. It's not getting any larger, but it's not ready to harvest yet either. The plant is looking pretty good though. The leaves are, starting to show some wear and tear, but that's okay. Also in here I have my zinnias. We all love zinnias, don't we? They're so dang on pretty. I need to start cutting those so that I can, the more you cut them, the more that comes in. Here's some more of that lettuce leaf basil. And then down here I got some petunias. I threw some onion sets in there as well. And here's some more onions in with my sunflowers. And I have some kind of pepper coming in here. I can't tell what kind it is yet. I'm kind of hoping it's a bell pepper, but honestly, I'll take anything. I'm excited about all the peppers I grew this year.